Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to XDefiant. A brand new update went through today which brought with it Team Deathmatch, a game mode that a lot of people wanted in the game right from the very beginning, and they pushed forward, they got the game mode out. It's here, it's voice acted, all of the different factions have different voice lines for Team Deathmatch, and fans are excited to have this game mode. For me personally, I enjoyed the objective stuff a little bit more, but it's always nice to have that variety, but that's not going to be the focus of this video here today. You know, with a game like XDefiant that's free to play, that there are going to be some issues when it comes to cheating, and so far they've done a pretty good job with their anti-cheat because I have over 350, 400 something matches played, and I don't really think I've really run into many cheaters whatsoever. In fact, yesterday I think I ran into my very first one, which will be the focus of this video here. With XDefiant being free to play, it's pretty easy for cheaters to get in because who really cares if you get banned? It's a free game, you jump right back in. But the person in question here is not exactly a free to play player, as they are using the $70 Founders Edition skin with a golden M4 with extended mag and silencer. That's a really weird setup if you ask me, but the gun itself does make a lot of sense because by default it does 17 damage and then it does 24 damage for a headshot at most ranges, meaning that no matter what, even if it's a phantom, the M4 is a 5-shot headshot with a really fast fire rate, and when you don't have a ton of recoil, it's pretty easy to hit those headshots, or if you have a script running in the background to do the headshot aiming for you, it becomes even easier. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these clips here, and you guys are going to find this to be hilarious. So I don't know what his field of view is, but the craziest part of this clip right here is the instant turn and lock on me. This is literally one frame in my editing software, by the way, and then it's instantly a headshot, a regular shot, a headshot, and then dead. That was pretty suspect right from the very beginning. The next clip here, I'm shooting at these two guys and the barrier goes down. Then instantly, this guy's golden silenced M4 starts laying into me. Even at that range, he goes headshot, 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 5 straight headshots, and I'm on the ground. The other guy didn't even shoot me at all. It was just 5 straight headshots from his M4. This dude's got some really good accuracy. The next clip here is really suspect. I turn the corner, shotgun down this guy on my way to B, and then our boy slightly peeks around the corner. He then proceeds to go back behind the wall and tracks me perfectly through the wall, not missing a single shot. Oh, and he just so happens to also kill my teammate who was behind me through the exact same wall, even though according to the minimap, my teammate was like 10 feet behind me. The angles here don't really work out for a double kill. I've shot people through that wall plenty of times. It can happen. It's not that big of a deal. But the fact that he locked onto me, took me out instantly, and then immediately locked onto my teammate who was further away and just got us both without even being able to see us, I mean, that's pretty freaking crazy, and we weren't revealed by an intel suit because here on the kill screen, it will show you if you're revealed by an intel suit. Like, here's how we died in the clip, then here's what it looks like if you die when an intel suit has you pinged. There was no intel suit. This dude must have a really freaking good gaming chair. Now, here's another example of the walls playing a factor. I'm running here on B, and look at this, man. I take a shot through the wall before I'm even exposed. That's not crazy. It's not out of the ordinary because these walls are pretty weak and usually there is going to be somebody on the B flag, but notice how he takes me out and the two teammates behind me, even though he should not be able to see them. Pretty freaking weird. The next clip is harder to show because we were hacked, but look at the instant aim here. My teammate is in front of me and he gets shot, and then watch how our boy instantly turns and locks onto me and melts me with an M4 up close. He killed one teammate, then instantly locked onto me with presumably 5 straight headshots, and I died in about the same amount of time it takes for me to aim down sights. That was pretty freaking crazy. Here's another example of this dude's incredible aim. Here he is shooting at my teammate and killing them on the B flag, then bam! Instantly locking onto me where he hits a normal shot first, followed up by all headshots. This dude's aim's freaking wild. The final clip here is our boy climbing up to the B flag. I got the jump on him here with my MP5, but he still had time to land one perfect headshot on me before dying. He then proceeds to respawn, run back to B, and land 3 perfect headshots for exactly 72 damage on me before running away. When it was all said and done, of course, he got player of the game with his $70 Founders Edition skin with an impressive score of 68 and 20, with the most damage and objective score in the lobby by a mile. That was pretty freaking crazy. Now, the thing about all this is, right, nothing there I would say is ridiculously suspect. Like, sure, it doesn't look good. It kind of looks like he was cheating, right? And I don't just want to like throw him under the bus right away, but like, man, I think you're cheating or whatever, because that's what people crave. How many people do you see who are just like no names on TikTok, but they get into a lobby with somebody with TTV in their name, so they open up the stream, they record their reaction of them killing them, and then make compilations out of it. It's like the ultimate ego boost for these people. It's ridiculous. I try to avoid all that stuff as much as I possibly can. But then my buddies looked him up on the Tracker website, and that's where things got really sketchy. So these are the games that the player in question here had yesterday, which is pretty freaking ridiculous. Like, looking at the scores here, the guy played 34 games and was MVP in 32 of them and was averaging about 50 kills every single match. That is crazy. Not out of the realm of possibility by any stretch of the imagination, but really freaking good stats. But then you look at his all-time stats going back to the very beginning of XDefiant and when it first came out 2 weeks ago on June 6th. He had 65 matches on June 6th where he only got 5 total MVPs, and there's going to be all of his score, all of his kills, his assists, and this, that, and the other. So doing some quick basic math here, initially when he first started playing the game, he was only averaging 4,313 score. He was only doing 3,155 damage per game. He was only averaging 29 kills per game, and he got 5 MVPs over the course of 65 matches. Then out of nowhere, his final 4 matches, he's averaging like 50 kills a game with a lot more scored, a lot more damage. That was pretty weird, right? He then took a break for 10 days going up to June 16th where he played 91 matches where he was MVP 80 times, and there's going to be all of his stats. Look at the comparisons here, ladies and gentlemen. When he first started playing the game on June 6th, he was averaging 29 kills per match. Then he takes a 10-day break, and suddenly he's averaging over 50 kills per match. He goes from 3,155 damage per game to over 6,000 damage per game. You then take that knowledge, and then you look at the clips I posted here today, and I think it's pretty clear that our boy's been cheating. Our boy definitely downloaded something. Like, he got the game, he heard there's no skill-based matchmaking, he buys the Founders Pack, he realizes he's not overly great at the game, he's not bad by any stretch of the imagination with his normal stats, 29 kills a game, that's not too bad, 4,000 damage a game, that's not bad, but then out of nowhere, suddenly he's going from like 29 kills a game to over 50 kills a game, his weapon damage is basically doubling, his score is almost doubling, like out of nowhere, that just happened. Suddenly he's MVP every single game. It's suspect as hell, right? And that's one of the things going full circle here about XDefiant is we need the kill cams to come sooner rather than later, because stuff like this is much easier to prove if there's kill cams, right? When he was tracking me through walls and killing my teammates and this, that, and the other and instantly locking on the targets, that is much easier to show when there's kill cams. In a free-to-play game with no kill cams, it's pretty easy for cheaters to run rampant unless the anti-cheat is really working overtime and locking down as many people as possible. To my understanding, the anti-cheat does work pretty well. There are a number of people out there who are what we would call good hackers, I suppose. Like, basically they try to cheat in the game just to see what levels of the anti-cheat they can get around, and then they report that stuff to the devs as a way to try to get the anti-cheat fixed and make the anti-cheat even better. Like, those people are saying that in general the anti-cheat's pretty good with the XDefiant, but obviously it's not perfect, and I think what we saw here today is a prime example of that. Now, a buddy of mine also got into a lobby the other day with this fella right here, who is just God's gift to XDefiant, apparently. Over 100 matches with 0 losses, MVP every single match, and his top weapon is a sniper rifle. Like, that's pretty freaking crazy if you ask me. So there's definitely people out there who are downloading these hacks, mods, cheats, clients, whatever the hell you want to call them, right? They're definitely out there, they're definitely available, and of course they're aware of that over at Ubisoft, and of course they're trying their best to mitigate it as much as humanly possible. But when that kill cam update comes through, whenever that may be, I think that is going to be such a boon for XDefiant. It's going to make finding these guys out and exposing them and getting them banned a whole lot easier. Presumably with Season 1, that's when we're going to be getting the kill cams update, but we'll have to wait and see. Mark Rubin has said the kill cams are coming, but as of right now, we don't have an official ETA. But overall, I would say that in my like almost 400 matches of XDefiant, I've rarely, if ever, run into a cheater. Like, I genuinely think the person I featured in the video here today was the first one I ran into, because they were pretty blatantly walking on the heads, shooting through walls, levels and things like that. But overall, XDefiant, for being a free-to-play game, you'd think it would be like overrun with cheaters, but that's not been my experience so far, so I suppose they're definitely doing something right over on the XDefiant team, as compared to Team Rico chat for Call of Duty, where hackers are just freaking running rampant in Warzone all the freaking time. Guys, that is it for this video here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and experiences down there in the comments. Have you run into cheaters? Let me know about that, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.